Yo, what's up everybody, Jumpin here, and I am back with my Noob's Guide for Elden Ring. In the last episode, we completed the Caleb area, mainly the upper part, but the main thing that I did was fully upgrade my Mimic Tier summon, and it proved to be extremely effective for fighting these harder bosses up here. Now in this episode, where we're going to go is actually to this DEEPTROOT underground. I feel like I've been doing nothing but undergrounds recently. But we're going to start here at the Ancestral Woods, and this is actually going to be pretty cool because everything's going to pretty much go full circle. And what I mean is, where we're trying to get to next is the capital. And by going to this underground, we're actually going to be able to get access to the capital, which means finally I can go and get this summon that I've been talking about, the Dung Eater summon, and then we can actually do the Randy quest line. And that's just fantastic. So there is an item over here that I missed. Let me pick it up. It's just some hefty bones. That's gonna happen. I'm gonna miss stuff, especially minor stuff like that at times. So I apologize. But up here where these jellyfish are, we can actually just kind of walk off the edge here. And there will be a grace down here. And we're gonna get to a boss. Now this boss I believe is a trophy or an achievement. So that's pretty cool, I guess. But it's definitely kind of a difficult boss. I'm going to talk more about it in a moment. And this place that we're going to, I would call it mid-late game. I wouldn't really classify it as a mid-game area, but I wouldn't say that it's an in-game area either. So you need to hop down here, so just hop down with your horse. And when you get down here, you're going to get kicked off the horse. And there is a Crucible Knight coming at me right now. I'm going to drink. Probably should not have done that. That was actually a mistake. I needed that for the boss. But still, get him to come in this room, otherwise you're going to be fighting on a bridge, and that's never good. And you know the drill. You want to try to get an opening, and it's very difficult with this guy. He's super aggressive. That's probably the best time. Let him swing. Now we can counter and try to do a follow-up. We did get it off, and I'm just trying to back up. I'm going to roll away to get some space here and try to do an attack. Didn't get it. Block that. And goodbye. That can happen. That's the second time I've seen that, and it's amazing. I love that. But let's come over here now, and there's going to be a couple things to grab. One thing to pick up is actually these golden centipedes. These are pretty rare, so make sure you pick them up. And it's, of course, a crafting material. And let's look around just to make sure we're not missing anything. Sometimes there's items on the outside. I know that there's one somewhere. I want to say that this is not the spot. It's probably the other spot that has the item on the outside. Now we're going to go fight another Crucible Knight. This other one, though, should be a lot easier. It's just easier to do a counter attack against this guy. Let me double check over here and see. Don't see any items. Let me look over here and just double check. We are good. Let's carry on. Now the first thing you should do before you fight this upcoming Crucible Knight, he's right there, is actually take out these one enemies. The reason why is because when you're fighting this Crucible Knight, a lot of times these enemies will actually come up behind you and try to attack you. So it's probably best to go ahead and just take them out now. Why not? There's one right there with the shield. There's one in the corner with a bow. Give me that item. Thank you. Watch out for this guy. He's got the torch and the sword. And now let's actually sneak up behind the Crucible Knight. So crouch. And you can't backstab him, but you can get right up on him and do an attack. So that's what I'm going to do. Just do my Ash of War, try to do my follow-up, and we got it. And now, you can easily block. And this guy's a little bit slower, so it's a lot easier to counter him. Let's pick up this item here. And he also dropped a 6 stone. One thing about this spot that we're going to, there's going to be several Sombra Smithing Stone level 7s here. So I talked about this before, and I think it was in another video. But everybody knows that they've tried to patch the Sombra Smithing Stone at the Volcanic Manor, where you have to make that jump. And you can still do it. I believe they haven't patched it again. It's really hard now. It's really tough to make that jump. But there are other ways of getting Sombra 7s, and one of the ways is to come here. Now, to come here kind of early, what you would have to do is actually fight the boss out here, the Star Scourge guy. Now, he's not the easiest boss, but with a +6 weapon, especially if you take the time to just level up a little bit maybe. So what I mean is just go ahead and go to the Blood Palace, and then you can go ahead and sit there and level up for a while using the bird, you can easily do it fairly early in the game. It's going to take a lot longer, of course, because you have to level up and stuff. We got to take this guy out. And that's going to drop a spell, I believe. Yes, it did. Pick up the golden centipede, and make sure you grab these items in here. But you could pretty much beat that guy, and then once you do, you can get access to this area, because you come down here, and you don't really have to fight anything down here, to be honest, if you want the Sombra 7. I'm going to show you where they are. I believe there's 2 of them in this spot, but we're also going to get access to another spot, and that other spot will have even more. So if you've been following the guide and maybe you're a little late to the party and you weren't able to get the Sombra 7, then you can easily still get it now and then max out your weapon. This would be the point. And if you're watching this for some reason and you've skipped some parts or something, if you want to try to come here a little bit earlier, you can, because as long as you can beat that one boss, that's all that matters. Let's take all these guys out, and there's one more over here. And let's go ahead and grab this. And watch out. Take him out. And we can pick up all this stuff. There we go. Now there's another room over here. We need to go in here. Watch out. Oh, crap. Let's take them out. There we go. Pick up their item. And let's grab the centipede. And what else is in here? There is an item. Of course, the guy's got the shield. Whenever they have the shield, honestly, the Ash of War is probably your best friend. Pick that up. And coming up over here, there's going to be an NPC. Do you remember D? He's the guy who died a while back. Well, his brother's over here. And if you have D's armor that you picked up off his dead body, you can give it to him. And now we can actually summon him for this fight. And you're going to get an emote too. It's up to you if you want to summon or not. I don't think it affects the quest in any real way. I guess I won't summon him, just to show you that it doesn't affect the quest. At least I don't believe it does. And if you summon him, the only problem is it's going to make this boss have more health. So it's always kind of like, well, how good is this NPC? Is he going to just destroy the boss? Probably not. He's probably actually going to do barely any damage to the boss. So I would not even summon him, to be honest. So I'm using that, and also let me go ahead and buff him up. I should have probably took the time to do the thing where I can make him draw the aggro. Now, this is a gank. There's 2 of these things. But at first, it's just one of them, and it's gargoyles. The big problem with the gargoyle bosses, just like in the last episode I talked about, is their movement. They move like crazy. Also, that poison is not fun. It's not fun if you stand in it, not because you're going to get poisoned, but because it actually will damage you. Let's try to get close, but here's the problem. He's going to be moving around like crazy. My poor Mimic is taking all the damage right now. Let's do our attack. I'm doing great damage to him, but once he gets half health, that is when his buddy's going to come in, and that's when this fight actually becomes kind of frustrating, just because you're trying to actually hit this guy the whole time to finish him off, because you don't want to have 2 of them on you, and then you're having trouble hitting him because he's moving around like crazy, and then the other one is hitting you. Luckily, I actually was able to take him out, and now I'm just going to try to get close while trying to stay away from the poison, but that ain't happening. Let's do our attack, do our follow-up, and do it again. Try to do our follow-up again. Missed, of course, and I thought I blocked that, but I guess I didn't. Here comes the poison, but we can take him out now. Yay! And like I said, I'm pretty sure that is a trophy/achievement, and that's cool. But this is going to be where we get access to this new underground. And there's a lot of crazy stuff with this underground. It really is. Because the connections, there's all types of connections. Not only are we going to get access to the capital, which of course we will still be doing the capital outskirts. Don't worry about that. But getting access would be nice just so I can go and get this summon and get it over with. Because I've been talking about it like crazy, and it's been delaying me. I want to do this other side quest before I continue on with Randy's quest, so there's a lot of things going on here. But you need to hop in this coffin, and this is going to start a cutscene, and it's going to take us to this new area. Now, I feel really sorry for you if you do not like bugs and ants and insects or whatever, because this place is going to terrify you. There are so many flying ants and just big bugs. It's awful. Now, the first enemy we have to deal with, and you can't summon for this, is going to be one of these tree bosses. Well, it's not really a boss. This would be a mini boss, like I've said before, where the field bosses are technically field bosses, and he is destroying me. Oh my god. Is my horse dead? I think my horse is dead. That's wild. Now, if your horse dies... Uh-oh, what am I doing? I'm pressing all the wrong... I'm choking and panicking. There we go. If your horse dies, you have to use one of your potions to resurrect it. But the horse does make this fight easier in theory because you can get behind him. Watch out for that. I'm going to chug just to heal the horse. But if you can stay behind him, this is going to be a lot easier than if you are trying to fight him from the front. Watch out for that big old hammer. And honestly, that's what's getting me every time is that side swing. That side swing is destroying me. And there we go. Okay, I'm fighting him on foot now. Oh no. This is the worst thing. The worst thing for being on foot. Oh my god, he wrecked me. Okay. Alrighty, well, that was the worst fight I've ever had against that guy. You know what? New strategy. We are going to stay on foot, and then if he does that projectile thing, we're going to get on the horse, because that's the thing. Whenever he does the projectile thing, if you're on your horse, it's a joke. If you're on foot, it's just annoying. And here it comes. Of course, he caught me with that. Get on the horse quickly. And you see how easy that is? If you just move around with the horse, no problem. And I guess I will get a couple hits in while I'm on the horse. Again, if you can stay behind him, you're okay. That's the big thing. There you go. So that's a much better demonstration of what you can do with the horse. But let's come up here now. And there is a ghost upgrade. Make sure you pick that up. Then over here, there is going to be a scarab. So take out the scarab. Watch out for these tank ants. These are the ones that will block you with their big head. So take that guy out. And is there anything over here? Let's take a look. Yep, nothing there. Don't fall for any messages or anything. I guess the main thing that's over here is the scarab. But now we can actually start making our way to the roots, which is what this place is all about. Now you have two different ways of going when you're crossing the roots. You can go to the right or you can go to the left. We're going to go to the right because that's actually the better way of crossing. It doesn't really matter. Once you get to the other side, you're on the other side. Either right or left, it doesn't matter. But there is stuff to grab. Make sure you jump up here, and there is a stone. And you have to make this jump with the horse. You can't do it on foot. At least I don't think you can. And now, there is a path down there. I don't think there's anything down there. Let me double check just real quick. And there's some flying bugs. I don't think there's anything over there. So, don't worry about that spot. And the reason I bring it up is because later we might want to go back to check it out. I really don't think there's anything over there. But right here, you can walk off or jump. Let me double check. Nothing behind us. And we can come into this cave. Now, there's some ants in here. For the most part, they won't attack you. But there's one of these queen ants. So, take it out and then run for your life. Don't try to fight all the ants. Mainly in this room. There is a billion of these queen ants in here. And there are a ton of ants that are going to come down when you attack these things. So make sure you take them all out just to get all the rewards. And now we can get out of here. Look at that. That's ridiculous, right? And over here there is a legendary item, which I believe is a spell. So let's pick that up. And we got some bugs down here. Let's take one out. Try to take the other one out. Come on. There we go. And now, I'm going to be safe. I'm going to jump. I'm not going to walk. Let me look. There was an item I could swear. Maybe not. Because over there, see what I'm talking about? That is where those flying bugs are. And I don't think there's anything over there. So let's come this way. And I do think there might be an item over here. Yes, there is. So here is an item. Now, when you turn around on this horse, you might want to just hop off. You see me do this all the time because I don't trust it. I just don't. I feel like if I try to turn around, I'm going to just walk right off the map. And that sucks. But let's come up here now, and there's an item. And now we are officially on the other side. Like I said, you could have taken the left side as well. but it's going to take you to the exact same spot. Now, I don't think there's anything like over here. There's a lot of bugs though, I'll tell you that much. There's a lot of crafting material too. But if you look around, you would think there's some item back here, but there's actually a ton of bugs. I don't see any items. I'm going to just ride through real quick just to look. But yeah, I don't think there's anything hidden over there. But there is some stuff over here. So let's get the stuff that's over here. And there's a billion flying ants. I keep saying a billion. You know what I mean. There's like 6. But still, 6 is scary, and I don't like them. And they fly. And they're wrecking me and my horse. Oh my god. See what I'm saying about mid-late game? That's what I mean. Leave me alone, please. Oh my god, my horse is dead. Okay. You have to pay for that. I'm just having a terrible time today on that horse. Come on. That one-shots my thing. There we go. Yes, it does. The Ash of War will one-shot. That guy's half health, though, so I'll just do a normal attack. I gotta heal. I gotta heal. This is ridiculous. Get out of here. I'm gonna kill all of you. I got one. Oh my god. I hate these things. They terrify me. Come here. Just die. And we have a couple more. Take that one out. Watch out for that. Will hurt you. And they do bounce off, though. That's a good strategy, actually. If they melee you, they bounce off. So that's great. They bounce off, they're dead. And they do get stunned when you swing on them, so that's nice, too. Okay. We have to use one of our potions to actually resummon. Now, one nice thing about this spot, though, is that this is one of those spots when you kill the enemies, you will get your potions back. That's always nice. Let me look around over here. So I do believe there's an item over here. This is where you would have crossed. There's nothing back there. It looks like there would be something back there, but there is nothing back there. Pick that up. And now I'm going to try to turn around. Oh, God. I hate turning around with the horse. But yeah, I mean, look over here. You would think, oh, there's got to be something hidden over here. Nope. There's nothing over there, so don't even bother. And now, let's jump across. I do believe there's another spot over here, but I don't think there's anything over there either. It's just some crafting stuff. It's over this way. Some more ants, too. So again, you would think there's something. I mean, look at the wall here. That's weird. It's just some butterflies, though. And there's some of this rock stuff here. And I'm just double checking to make sure I'm not missing anything. Nope. Goodbye. There is a grace coming up, so I'm going to rest at it because that just makes sense. I need to. I've been getting wrecked. This place has wrecked me. I've already died, which is fairly rare. And I almost died to those freaking flying ants. Now, the thing about those ants, I would recommend picking up the stuff on the horse and then running for it. That would be my recommendation. Most of the time in this game, I recommend juking and using the horse if you can to get by stuff because it's so easy. But I do like the idea of, for the walkthrough, not all the time, but a lot of times, especially in areas like this, I do take the time to try to fight the enemies, to show you how you can fight them and strategies. Now watch out over here. There's a billion. I keep saying it. That's the word of the video, a billion. But there's a lot of these stupid Deathblight enemies over here. And this is, again, more than before, by the way. With the ants, more than that, this is a spot where you should probably pick up the stuff and just get out of there. Because that Deathblight does stack, and because it stacks, you are going to potentially get Deathblight on you and instantly die. Now, as you can see on the horse, for the most part, they won't damage you. They don't do any damage. They just put out the stuff. You can kind of just maneuver as best you can and try to take all these guys out while staying out of the Deathblight. On the horse, it's easier to stay out of the Deathblight. Take this one out, and I think that's all of them in this spot. There are more, though, so you gotta watch out. Pick all this stuff up. Now, there is a waterfall over here, and there's a bear in there. Don't go in there yet. It's coming up over here. Because we're going to drop down from the top, and there's an item that we need to get. But the bear does drop a talisman or something like that. So we do want to take out the bear. Now I'm just looking around for items. I believe over here is like the main little road. Watch out. One of these things here. Come on. There's actually 2 of them. And I'm just trying not to miss anything. Where is the main road? Well, right here, this is the map of this area. So pick that up 100%. And over here, we are behind this guy. He breathes the fire, so we just want to take him out. They're very weak, though. Item right here. And is there anything over this way? No, not yet. We want to go back over here, and then we're going to try to hug the right side. First of all, there is an item coming up in this room. And again, there's another one of these fire breathers, but with this guy, just kind of run in and just jump over to the left. And you can avoid all of that. And take him out. And let's pick up the item, which is an Ash of War. And now we can come this way. And like I was saying, I'm just going to hug the right side because I'm just looking for items. This place is massive, so it's very easy to miss something. Anything back here? Nope, I don't think so. Now there's going to be some wind. You don't really have to take the wind. The wind is a way of getting up here, but you can also just jump down later on. But I'm going to say let's take the wind. There's some ants over there. Let's take the wind up. So jump up with this wind and land on the roof right here. And you can pick up this item. And then there's another item. If you drop down, let's pick this up. And I took some damage, but come on, pick it up. Can't pick it up. There we go. That's a normal smithing stone, level 7, which is nice. Let's pick this up. This is a ghost upgrade, and I'm not going to fight those ants. I'm just kind of looking around right now, but there is another grace that's over here, and some of these knights. Now, these knights will actually despawn completely, where you don't have to worry about them, if we do the walking mausoleum of this area. There is an item over here in this little spot. Let's go grab this real quick. And our goal here is to actually get to the top. Where's the item? Here it is. We need to get to the top of these roots because there's a boss battle up there. There's actually a field boss, technically, in this area. And do you remember Fia? She's the lady who would hug you. This is where you do her quest. Now, to complete her quest, and technically you complete her quest when you beat the game, but to beat her quest for now, until we beat the game, because it's one of the endings that you can choose for a trophy or achievement, basically, we will have to progress the Randy quest line. So all of this will happen in the next episode. We're going to be doing that in the next episode, more than likely. But for now, we will kind of just do this area and do the boss battle we need to do to talk to her. Now over here, try to remember this because there's a lot of items over here. Let's pick them all up. But there's also another one of these coffins. Now this particular one is going to take us to another spot. And it's like I'm repeating myself. But it's for the Randy quest line, which we can get to in the next episode. But technically, we can go over there now and do some stuff. So it's something that I will be doing in this episode, really just to add to the time, because I don't know how long this is going to take for me to clear this spot. That's the only issue. Let me double check. Did I pick this up? I did. So here's the grace, and now let's go ahead and before we go up these routes, up there, that's where we start to go up, let's go do the walking mausoleum and get that over with right now. Because if we do, we can get rid of all of these knights. Now, if you want to farm these knights because maybe you're trying to get their armor or something, then you don't want to kill the walking mausoleum because they're going to all disappear. But just try to hug the wall like I am right now. The only part of this that's going to be a little bit frustrating is the archers. There are several of them, and you know how these archers are. They can snipe. Also, they have a lot of health, and they can bust out a sword and a shield. Plus, there's a lot of these guys too over here with the Death Blight. So, it's not a very fun time. There's a scarab or something over here as well. I hear it. You know what? Let me go this other way, because I'm pretty sure we can jump to the walking mausoleum either way. So here's a scarab up here. Take him out. Hopefully the archer won't ruin my day. Oh god. Where did the scarab go? Oh, standing right next to him. Now the question is, where am I? Oh, God. Leave me alone. Get me out of this court. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm stuck. Okay. Oh, my God. I thought I was dead. I was, like, completely stuck for a second. I could not move at all. But now, let's try to figure this out. I just want to get to where I'm trying to go, because I'm pretty sure it's easier, and you can avoid a lot of the archers from over here. So just avoid those guys. There's an item over there. Let's try to remember that. And this is the wrong spot. Never mind. We do need to go over there. Can we jump from here or something? Yes, we can. I believe from up here. Again, I'm trying to avoid archers, but this just might be a bad idea. Let's just get to the walking mausoleum. You can easily fall off, and if you fall off, you're dead. Now, you just need to make this jump here, so just do your double jump. And now that you're on top of it, you can attack all this white crap. So, attack the white crap. And once you hit enough of these, it's going to fall down. It doesn't take too many, to be honest. It should be falling down about right now, maybe? Okay. Come on. You know you want to fall down. He's not falling down. Okay. Well, let's keep attacking the stuff. Come on. I gotta get off the horse for a second. I can't hit this. I legitimately cannot hit... Why can't I hit that? Oh, are we going down? I think we're going down. Yeah, we are. Oh, God! We really are going down. Okay. Well, now all those knights are gone, including the archers, which is nice. Now, I don't want to have to come back here, because I always talk about how you can put a little marker on your map, and then you come back, because this is where you can get bonuses of these remembrance. So you can get several more copies. I'm going to grab this one, because I just want it. Maybe I'll pop it for experience. I don't know. But a lot of times the only reason you want to do it is because either you want both the weapons, or there's a spell that you want, plus there's a weapon that you want. That's normally why you use these things. Now that we're over here, let me first come over this way. And there's a cave, and there is a rune bear in here. I'm going to kill it. I don't think he drops anything. I'm just going to start attacking him right away. I don't want to give him a chance. If we hit him enough, he's going to fall over. If he falls over, he's dead. But you know how it is with these stupid rune bears. They are vicious. They are super vicious. Oh my god. I am just getting wrecked today on the horse. I am not doing good at all. And now I'm just blocking to try to chug. Come on, chug. There we go. Is that a grab? Look like a grab to me. Come on, a couple more hits and you should fall over, hopefully. I guess not. That's the problem with the whole poise or stance, whatever you want to call it. If they have some time when you're not attacking them, so let's say you're getting wrecked, like you're doing massive damage. You're going crazy, right? And then all of a sudden, and by the way, that is where you can get one of the Sombra Smithy Stone level 7. So, pretty cool. In fact, I believe both the areas with the rune bears are where you get the Sombra Smithy Stone level 7. We're going to have to see, because there's another one in this area. But there's also an item over here. But back to what I was saying about the whole stance or poise, whatever you really want to call it. If you're not attacking the enemy for just a little tiny bit, they will recover like all their stance. So you have to kind of be really aggressive. And the problem is that when you have to be defensive because you're getting wrecked, they recover like all their stance. So there's an item up there, and there's an item over here. I'm just kind of doing a circle right now. That's actually some ashes. Again, I believe that's some defensive ashes. It's pretty much like a bunch of shields or something like that. Could be wrong though. I've never used any defensive ashes ever. I don't really see the point. I kind of want to summon something that's going to do a lot of damage. That's what I like. Defense, I don't know. But yes, the defensive ones are good because they can distract the enemy. That's the main thing that makes them good. So over here, there is an item. And I guess we should actually fight the boss down here first. This is technically the field boss of this area. I'm just chugging because I know I'm going to need it. This is another one of these bosses where being on foot, or being on the horse I should say, makes a lot of sense. It makes sense that that would be a better way of doing it. But we also do need to come up here. There's a lot of like items and stuff over here. Let me take this guy out. And yeah, there's an item down here. Let's go grab this one first. And then we need to turn around. There's several items to grab up on these branches. And of course, there's a billion of these guys. I just don't want to miss anything. I just feel like I'm going to. Because there are so many different paths to take. And you gotta be real careful. You keep looking. So this is where we jumped, right? Or this is one of the spots that you can jump. And I know I seen an item. I pointed it out earlier. We want to go and get that. There's also an item on that roof. But the problem with that roof is that roof, you can fall off. So here's something down here. Let's go grab this. What's this? Oh, it's another 7. Never mind. Okay, so that's the other 7, I guess. Again, if you haven't ever gotten a 7 yet, you can technically run past all this stuff. I guess we're going to have to hop down and then go back up, because I can't figure out how to get back up there. I guess before we go back up there, though, there is a building right here, and there is an item inside. Normally, there's some knights in here, but because the walking mausoleum is gone, don't have to worry about that now. Here's the door. Let's come in and pick this up. Oh, it's another 7. So there's actually 3 7s in here. I hate that. I really do. I don't like what they did with that patch. I really don't. I'm sure you guys have already heard me complain about it several times. So I'm just kind of repeating myself. But the thing is that I like being rewarded for exploring, even if I'm following someone else's guide, or I read about it in an article or something like that. I like being rewarded for exploring. I like that freedom. And I just don't like the idea that there's no 7s that you can get. It's the one stone. You can get a 9, you can get an 8, you can get a lot of this stuff in the open world by exploring. But the 7 is the one that they limit you on. And technically, the one that we do get from the Volcanic Manor, you're not really supposed to be able to get that. Like, they want to patch it. They don't like the fact people can go and get that. And if you wanted to get that one legitly, you would have actually had to fight the boss there. Now, the Volcanic Manor is, again, another one of these areas that I would deem a mid-late game area. I wouldn't deem it late game necessarily, but I wouldn't necessarily deem it mid-game either. I would say mid-late game. So, fighting that boss is just kind of ridiculous in the beginning of the game. You can do it, and especially if you're a veteran player where you've played the other Dark Souls games, or if you've beaten this game and you understand it, you can easily be determined and say, I'm beating this guy. Oh, if I die 10 times, I don't care. I'm just going to keep trying. I'll get him eventually. I will. Trust me, I've done that in many of these games where I want something early and I know that it's going to be really hard for me to get it, but I also know that I can do it. And if I keep trying, I will do it. Okay, I do believe we can summon here, so let's do that now. And this will be really easy, hopefully, on the horse, because we have our summon. But you never know. Oh, God. This has been a really bad time for me on the horse, so I bet you he's going to wreck me. Oh, yeah. You know what? Never mind. Let's not be on the horse. That definitely does not seem like a good idea at all. But having the shield, this is the slower one anyway. So this should be great. Plus, our Mimic is already doing massive work. Oh, my God. I love you, Mimic. By the way, he's going to drop his weapon. I love that weapon. I think that weapon is fantastic. Plus, we can get his armor in here, which the Crucible Knight armor, pretty cool. I like that too. You can actually get multiple sets of the Crucible Knight armor though, because there's different ones, but they all look really cool in my opinion. Let's pick that up. So that's actually one of those Ghost 7s. I talked about that before, where you can come here to get a Ghost 7. We needed it in the last episode. There's something up here, just a butterfly, I guess. And you can come here, but I didn't want to come here to get it because I knew that I wanted to save this for like an entire episode. And let me actually talk about this weapon real quick. Now, the Ash of War on this weapon isn't the greatest thing in the world, but I love the range because this is a great spear, and the great spears have really great two-handed running attacks. These are super good in PvP because people will always roll to try to avoid your attacks, and that is a very good roll catching move that you can do. but also the range of this weapon. The range is crazy. I mean, look at that. And if you want to abuse this mechanic, because it is amazing, which is block and poke at the same time, this thing gives you some massive range to do it. Now, the only downside to this is that it scales with faith, so you have to kind of have a faith and a strength build, but that's okay, because there's plenty of cool stuff you can do with faith, and that's fine. So it's definitely a weapon I like. The Ash of War isn't the best thing, but it is cool because it does like a range attack, and it has some good range to it, so you can actually kind of use it almost like a spell or something like that, where you want to hit something really far away, you just charge it up, and then you release it, and it can actually do some range damage for you. Now, hopefully down here I have gotten everything. I'm not 100%, but I hope I have. Now, let me actually teleport over here, because I do want to cut it ahead and take a 5-minute break, but also I do want to restore all my stuff. So, I'm going to cut this ahead. I'm going to see you guys in a moment. Alrighty. Well, first thing I'm going to do is level up because I have all these runes. And I'm working on my dexterity. You can see my stats. I got my 60 vigor. Now I'm going to try to get 60 dexterity. Let's hop on the horse. And we're going to come over here. And there is one of these fire breathers, which I think they're actually gargoyles. Now that I really look at them. Look at them. Yeah, I think he's a gargoyle maybe. But try to get behind him and take him out. And now just run for it. You can pick up the items though, so pick up that. Oh my god, it's a golden rune level 1. Amazing. But just be fast. Sprint with your horse so that you can get up here real quick. Pick that up. And now make a left over here and jump up on this branch. Be careful, gravity sucks. And you will die if you fall. Come up behind this one, take him out. And there is an item over here, so let's pick this up. And now just jump back over here to this branch and go down. Now you can hop right here. There's going to be another gargoyle fire breather guy. Take him out real quick. And there's one more left. He's over there trying to hit me. And you can also get the grace. Let's hit the grace real quick just to have it just in case. You can easily fall off and die here. Be careful. The boss is right there. And that is actually such an easy boss battle. It's ridiculous. Hop on the horse. Let's take him out by being behind him. And now we can actually get to the other side. So let's do that. Watch out over here because there's going to be some of these guys. And they're just annoying. Amazing. Oh my god, they're complete idiots. So ride the horse up here and then you can jump over here. And come up behind him. And take him out. And now, where are we going? We're going right here. And there is an item up here. So let's go and grab this. I believe this might be a weapon. Yes, it is. It's a staff. Now jump back over here. And we can actually come down this way. And there's one more item to grab. And then we are kind of done. The last thing we need to do, which we do need to actually go back up the roots again, we need to actually go to where that bear is that I talked about. We can drop down from the top, and then we can get an item, and then we can fight the bear, and he drops like a talisman. Nothing very good, don't get me wrong, but we want to get it anyway, why not? So just keep riding all the way up, and last time we did this, we made a left. This time we're just going to ride all the way up to where this item is, pick this up, and now we can jump across here. Be careful, there's a giant hole coming up. Don't ride your horse into the hole, because you probably might die. Now, there's some flying ants over here. I don't know if there's anything over here. I want to say there's not. I guess there actually is a ghost upgrade, so that's something. But I don't think there's anything else up here to grab. Oh, watch out. Let's pick that up. That's another Ghost 7, so that's nice, I guess, to have multiples. I'm just kind of looking around for a second, but I really don't think there's any items up here. But let's drop down the hole now, and basically just make sure you're looking on where you're dropping. And let's do it again. Should be safe right here. Just drop all the way down. There's some crafting stuff, but there is an item right there. And you can only get that item from up here. I'm going to chug just to heal the horse because we got this bear down here. Oh, it's another Sombra 7. So there are 4 Sombra 7s down here. Like, why so many? Come on. You're telling me you can't put a random Sombra 7 somewhere in a dungeon or something in the open world? I mean, come on. You have to put them all in the same spots? I just don't like that. Okay, so that was a much better bear fight because I knocked him down and I kicked his ass, basically. But now I'm going to just teleport up to across the roots and we will go and fight this boss. Now after that, the last thing I'm going to do in this episode is actually hit that coffin, and we will go ahead and use that to explore, do some stuff there, and that will save us time in the next episode, because we're going to go back to that spot for the next episode, because that's a part of Randy's quest line, and it's just going to save us some time if I do it now, and it's going to make this episode a little bit longer, because I really wouldn't want to end it now where it's not an hour long. I like these episodes to be at least an hour. And once we come over here, this is where the guy's gonna come and we can summon. But like I was saying, this is ridiculous, right? Okay, I missed. Block that. Boom, look at that damage. He's dead, but the fight's not over yet because this is all of this woman's champions. There's a couple real NPCs here, and then there's some fake ones that are just made up. They're random what they're going to be. Remember the sorcerer guy? Well, here he is. Time to kill him. And now we just wait for the final part, which is going to be 3 of them at once. I'm going to actually use this. And only one of them is kind of strong. It's the guy with the fat man armor. Hey, he's got my weapon. Cool. My weapon. You suck. Take this guy out. That's the fat man. And he is trying to poke me to death. Now let's fight the katana wielder. And we one-shotted him. Amazing. And now there is a grace that pops up over here. Let's hit it. But one thing you might notice, there's a teleporter here. Pretty cool. But we need to talk to her. Now this is important if you want to have access to her ending. Remember what I said, by the way. There are ways to back up your save. And what I recommend is when you get to the end, if you have all these different endings that you have the ability to get trophies and achievements. There's 3 of them. If you want to get all 3 of them, because you're supposed to beat the game 3 times to get all the trophies or achievements, you can actually beat the game. And before you choose your ending, make a backup copy of your save. Then you choose one ending, get your trophy or achievement, get your save back, and then get another ending, and get all 3 endings, and get all the trophies and achievements in one playthrough. But what you need to say here is, no, I want to be held. That is important. Because if you say the other thing, I guess it messes it up. I don't really know exactly. I just know that you're supposed to say you want to be held. And now she's going to tell us that we have to get this one item. Now we can't get the item yet because we don't have access to the Divine Tower. And you only get access once you continue the Randy quest line. I'm going to point it out. But Randy's going to give us an item that's going to flip this one place. And then it will give us access to the tower. Let me show you on the map. Now, by the way, because we got held, we're going to have that debuff on us right now. So you might want to use that item that she just gave us. She always will give you that item anytime she holds you. So don't worry about it. Let's go ahead and do it. Where is that item? It is that blessing. Here it is. So just use it, and then it's going to wear off, and it's going to get rid of the debuff. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about. So there is this place, the study hall. And Randy's going to give us an item, and that item is going to flip this study hall. When it flips, that's when we can actually get access to this Divine Tower, and then we can actually go ahead and do it. And we get an item there for this quest, and we can fight another boss, which is actually pretty tough, I'm going to be honest. But that will then give us access to one of the endings of the game. And Randy herself, that quest line will give you access to the other ending. And then the final ending for a trophy or achievement is the normal ending of the game. So we are now in the capital. And to get here, you actually have to fight a boss right outside. But if you take this way, you don't. Now, I don't really want to do this place right now. Obviously, I do want to save it because I still want to do the capital outskirts. I probably should actually do the Volcanic Manor before I do the capital, maybe. I'm not exactly sure if I should or not, to be honest. But once we beat this place, we are in the end game. This is still like the mid-late game, maybe even mid-game to be honest. But once we beat this place, we are officially in the end game. So all I really need to do right now is get to this grace so that I have it and I can teleport back here. But we can now go and get the items that we need. One of the places we have to go though is the sewers here. And let me tell you, the sewers are freaking hard. It is, I believe, an in-game area. So keep that in mind. And I'm going to teleport back here. I'm going to cut it ahead because we're going to hit that coffin. So I'm going to see you guys in a moment. Alrighty. So literally it's just over here. And I do want to actually talk about something real quick. And I just want to start by saying this is not a sponsorship. I don't actually do that. I've gotten offers for different sponsorship stuff if I want to talk about it. And I haven't really ever found anything that I really want to endorse. So there's an item that I missed. Pick that up. And I guess I'll talk about this as we watch the cutscene. I'll actually watch the cutscene for once. Because I just want to quickly talk about this. I don't want to say product. I guess it is a product technically. But I bought paddles for my PS5 controller. I love paddles on the back of the controller. I had it on the PS4. There was a device. You can always buy like a scuff controller, which are expensive and it's hard to actually get them. They're like $200. Problem with the scuff controllers, they're probably better, but they can have problems like any controller where the sticks can get all messed up. And if that happens, maybe you can get a warranty or something, I don't know. You're screwed. You have to buy another scuff for like $200. Where I prefer to use the default controller. Because I know that if this controller breaks, I am going to be able to buy another controller. And I want something that can give me paddles that I can replace with any controller. So I went ahead and I did some research and I found this thing. And I would recommend it. Because it's just something I've been using and I like it a lot. Because I like having paddles. It gives you 4 extra buttons on the back of the controller that can be programmed. It's called the Rise 4, or Extreme Rate. That's the name of the company. Extreme Rate Rise 4. And I'll actually even put a link, maybe, in the description if you want to check it out if you have a PS5 and you want some paddles. The only problem is that you have to install this yourself, which means you have to open up the controller. And the nice thing is they give you all the tools you need to do it. And they have a really good tutorial video on their YouTube channel, and there are other tutorial videos with commentary to explain how to do it, and it's really not that hard. I had no problem like putting it together, but the one issue I had, which I do have some problems with this that I want to talk about, so I'm not just like flat out endorsing this thing where it seems like it's a sponsorship, because I'm going to criticize it a little bit here. But the one issue that I had, which is actually more on Sony, is that it's really kind of tough to figure out which motherboard is in these controllers. And I accidentally bought the wrong one of the actual like paddles. I bought the wrong thing because there are 2 different like motherboards that come in these controllers, and I had on my like original PlayStation 5 controller, I had the wrong motherboard. And the one I bought was only compatible with like a certain motherboard of a controller that I didn't have. And I didn't know that at the time, but I messed up. And what I should have bought is what I actually seen in these tutorials too. They sell ones that is compatible with either controller. All you have to do is you have to cut some ribbons. And that's the part that a lot of people might mess up. But if you know what your motherboard is in the controller, then you can actually just cut the right part of the ribbon and it should work fine. So I actually had to buy a second one because my controller was not compatible with it. And I even bought another controller thinking that maybe I would actually get the right controller because I read online that like all of the newer controllers, the colored ones and stuff, they are the different motherboard, the one I needed. Well, that wasn't the case because the one I bought actually had the old motherboard in or whatever, and I kind of just wasted my time. I mean, I do have a new controller now, so it's all cool, but I got the other one, and that is compatible with either one of the motherboards, and it works like a charm. It's great. I do love having paddles. The one issue, though, with these is that they're loud. Hear that? That is the paddle. And as you can see, I put my circle button on the paddle. Now, I'm not using it when I'm playing this game, but in general, it's nice to be able to have a paddle so you don't have to take your thumb off of the right stick. If you're like playing a first-person shooter or anything like that, you want to aim or whatever. And one of my buttons is square, so that's the other issue with the controller. One is it's kind of loud, and that's annoying. And the other issue is that it's a little sensitive, so you can accidentally press these buttons, but that's more of getting used to it. I would say that. Once I got really used to this thing, I don't think that's going to be an issue. But that's enough talking about that. I do want to talk about it just because it's something that I really do like, and I would recommend it. If you have a PS5 and you want to get some paddles, you should check this out. Watch some tutorials on how to install it to see if it's something that you think you can do. Trust me, I think you can do it. I did it. It really wasn't that hard. It's just make sure you buy the right thing first. That's the most important thing in my opinion. Which I'll put the link to probably a tutorial on showing how to install it if you're interested in just seeing a good tutorial. The one that I watched with some commentary. The guy was great. I don't know the name of his channel, but subscribe to him. He was great. He was a really good guy. And then the other thing is I will probably put an Amazon link or something for the correct one, the one that you can use on any controller. So where we are right now, back to the game finally, but where we are is actually at this Ansel River. Remember this place? We went here before. Well, this is the main river, and we have one of these stupid things, so we need to try to get underneath it and hit it when we can, and that's easier said than done. So, oh god, come here. You can block them, no problem, but hitting them, that's the issue. There we go, we got one hit in. Come on. Alright, that's a big hit. And we got him, nice. We need to restore FP, and these guys are really, really strong. Hey, look at that, another Sombra 7. That's 5 in this episode. Unbelievable. I should almost name it 5 Sombra 7s. I'm sure people will watch the video. But no, the thing is that I just feel like this is stupid. Like, that's just ridiculous. Why are all the Sombra 7s in the same spot? There's like a couple of them in the capital. In fact, in the next episode, in the sewer, there's like one you can get there. And also, there's some like later on. But it's very limited. Very, very limited. It's ridiculous. So, I'm going to kind of look around for a second. But let's come over this way. I don't think we can get on our horse here, right? Nope. No horse in this spot. There are some ghost upgrades. I see them. And there is an item over here. Some enemies too. But let's go grab the item real quick. Oh, poison plants. Those poison plants, I believe, are scarlet rot. Hopefully they are, and not madness. I think the madness ones are probably the worst ones. So that's a ghost 6 there. And this is one of those spots, again, I would say, probably not a bad idea to go ahead and... Yeah, that's madness. I don't know about that. You know what? Let's summon our Mimic. He should be able to do some work for me. Go kill him. I don't want to get close to that thing. Just chug. I do want to get that item, though. And there he goes. He probably will get madness on him, though. If he doesn't, that would be crazy, right? Oh my god, he's not. Well, kill that. Kill that guy, too. Come here. And kill that one. The big thing here, of course, is that I don't want to get madness because it just sucks. It completely stuns you. It can get you hit. And it does, like, a good chunk of your health, too. Let's pick that up. And Where were those ghosts? I guess they're over here. I hope I'm not missing anything, but I don't think I am right now. There we go. A lot of Ghost 6s here. Now, real quick, let me also talk about something else, which I just actually thought about this, talking about sponsorships and stuff. You know, there is a company, it's not a company, I don't know what it is, to be honest. It's some crap, though. And I hope they watch this, just so they can hear me talking crap about them. But basically, when this game first came out, and immediately after I made the video about how to dupe, which, you know, you can dupe in the game if you do the whole backup your save stuff. I mean, it's real easy. That's been a thing in all of these FromSoft games, for the most part. You can dupe stuff to your friends if you upload your save, or if you make a backup copy with a USB. Well, there is some trashy group or website that wants to sell people runes and I guess weapons and stuff, where yes, you can go ahead and dupe your friends, but what happens, I guess, if you don't have friends? Well, pay us money. I don't know what they charge exactly. I hope it's nothing. I hope it's like, pay me $3 or something, like really low. If it's more than that, that would be ridiculous, because literally, all I would have to do is just hop in someone's world for 30 seconds and drop them a bunch of runes or something like that. There's no way you should pay more than like a couple bucks for something like that. Maybe 5 at the most. But I have probably gotten 200 emails from these people begging me to sponsor like them and talk about their website or whatever. I don't know. It's a bunch of crap though. And that's the thing. I mean, I do get legitimate offers from some people, but I don't know, guys. I'm not into this whole, hey guys, you should shave your balls and use Manscaped. You know, like, what? Like, I don't really want to endorse that. Like, yeah, I can make money from it and stuff. I just don't see the point. So that's something about me. And if there was a product that like I really liked, you know, I'm like, you know, I use that. I like that. Like, that's good. There was one time where I thought, you know, maybe I would actually do it, because it was something that I kind of did like. But that's the only time I'll probably ever do something like that. It's got to be something that I like or something that I believe in. It's not going to be some crap where I'm telling you to go shave your balls, where I'm like, what? Ridiculous. But you've seen the way I've been going. We're coming down here because if you remember, this guy, I guess I'm going to just go down and then up. But we need to come down and we need to kill this guy over here, because he was there before. Just be careful here. There's a chest on the top. Making sure I'm not missing anything. It's hard to like explain this because we've been here before and this guy was there and he was shooting at us. That's a really cool weapon, by the way. I'm pretty sure it's like really good. I've used it a little bit. I'm hoping I can drop down here. I'm scared. I'm legit scared trying to drop down because I don't see a spot that's like easy. Let's go get that item first though, even before I drop down, because that would be smart, right? Let's not just drop down and then we can't go get this item, because it's all the way up here. And then I'll have to figure out how to drop down, because I want to kill that guy to get some revenge from before. Give me that. Sombra 6. Now, down here, though, once we kill this guy, there's really nothing over here, just because this was the only spot that we could never get access to. Huh. Okay, I'm just assuming I can drop... Oh, here we go. This probably is safe, right? Just drop down right there, and drop down again, and now we can go smack this stupid guy. Come here. Oh, watch out. That might be gravity to lift us up. We don't want that. And drop your head down, please. Of course I missed. Come on. No. Okay, he died in one hit. Nice. Let's check this out, though, and see what's in here. Is there really nothing in here? Wow. Okay. Well, we got to kill the guy to get the revenge on him from before. Again, I don't really think I should even hop down, but if I hop down, maybe I can actually show you the spot so you can remember to. Here we go. We can hop down here. And do you remember this? There's a merchant down here. And then there's a grace over on the side. I don't know. This is one of those spots where if you were showing me this, I would go, I don't remember that. Let me run down a little bit, and then maybe you'll remember. But yeah, we've done this a while back when we were doing the river wells. Remember that? And yeah, there's a bunch of those guys. The whole time he was shooting me. It's like frustrating, but we got our revenge on him. And over here, there's a grace, and then basically there's a boss. Let me just get to the grace. But we need to teleport back now, because I do want to get to the next spot, and then we will pretty much end the episode. So you're going to have to go back to the river main. And then, honestly, I'm just going to run past the stuff that's there. No need to kill it a second time. But the nice thing is I can also kind of look around and see, did I miss anything? I don't think I did, but you never know. Now, when we were going in the tunnel where the ants were, we made a left, and that's how basically you get to that spot. I was talking about shaving balls or something at the time. I don't remember, but I wasn't really explaining that. And if we make a right, though, it's going to take us to this whole other area. And in this area, by the way, we're going to go to, there is a golden seed there, which means that we're one golden seed away once we get that one, which, of course, that will be in the next episode. But once we get this golden seed in the next episode, we need one more, and then we will have all the potions, which is great. Then the other thing we have to get is the sacred tears. Now, there is a sacred tear we can get still in, like, the areas that we can go to. I should go get it at some point. I've just been lazy about it because it is in the capital outskirts. But after that, if we want to get the other sacred tears, those are going to come later on in some of the more in-game areas. And there are actually quite a few golden seeds that we're going to get. So you're going to have more golden seeds than you know what to do with. You can max out your potion before you collect all the golden seeds. So just over here, this is the next little spot. Look around for a second. I know I'm going to go grab it, but there's the grace right there. Pretty sure there's something over here. There is a ghost upgrade. I thought there might have been like a item down here. Whatever. Yeah, these guys are riding the ants. That's awesome. And wow, they attack a lot. Can you stop? Thank you. Now, can you die? Awesome. Let's pick up this. This is probably a 7, huh? Yep, it was. I knew that. That's where another 7 is. Man, we've gotten so many 7s in this episode. It's crazy. We got Sombra 7s, Ghost 7s. Ridiculous. Well, let's hit this grace, and this will be an area for the next episode and the Randy questline, which we will be doing. Plus, we're going to go to the capital to do a little bit of stuff there, which maybe we'll do the sewer. I don't know how long the sewers are going to take. That's the only problem. Because I do want to just beat the sewers if I'm going to be going down there anyway, right? Probably we'll go ahead and see about coming back here. I think we will, but those sewers are pretty crazy, and it's actually really hard, too. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's going to pretty much do it for this episode. I really hope that you have enjoyed it and that it has helped. If it has, will you please like this video for me? Be sure to subscribe for future videos, and if you do, make sure to click the bell. That way you can stay notified. Thank you so much for watching, and I really do hope that everyone has a very nice day. And peace out.